For nearly 5 decades, Voyager 2 has sailed through the cosmic dark like a ghost ship of human curiosity, drifting farther from Earth than any machine we have ever built, whispering its final observations into the void. For most of that time, its transmissions were predictable: particles, plasma readings, cosmic ray fluctuations. Exactly what scientists expected from a probe gliding through interstellar space. But then everything changed. One transmission contained something Voyager was never programmed to capture. An image. Not static noise. Not a corrupted artifact. A structured high-frequency signature that analysts began calling a visual cipher. At first glance it was meaningless, a cloud of interference like the static of an old television. But after layering and time-filtered analysis, a form began to emerge. It was not a star. Not a planet. Not anything within our solar system. And yet, it was watching us. What unsettled scientists most wasn't what the image showed, but what surrounded it: distortions in the light that suggested gravitational warping. As if the object was bending space itself. Alongside this came a radiation spike, a sudden shift in Voyager's orientation, and a flicker in system stability, as though something out there had reached back and touched the probe. The image wasn't a simple frame. It contained multiple overlapping impressions of the same object at different moments, as though time itself had fractured during capture. Metadata revealed overlapping timestamps and recursive pixel loops, a compression of higher dimensional data forced into 2 dimensions. In the foreground stood a monolithic shape, sharp, symmetrical, and impossibly still. It was waiting. And when Voyager's instruments locked on, the signal degraded, not gradually, but instantly, as if its active observation had been noticed. Simultaneously, Voyager recorded a sudden rise in plasma density, 10 times higher than anything previously measured at the edge of the heliopause. Worse, the plasma was hot. Not star-hot. Artificially hot. Controlled. Contained. Designed. As though a barrier surrounded our solar system, not to keep things out, but to keep us in. Then came the response. Voyager's telemetry carried binary strings that at first looked corrupted. Pattern recognition revealed self-replicating geometries, shapes eerily similar to biological structures found in deep-sea organisms and coral growths on Earth. They weren't random. They were lifelike. Within the patterns, deliberate breaks appeared, like punctuation, like language. When simulated, the formations began to adapt. They evolved. Not metaphorically, but literally. Voyager had transmitted not just a warning, but a seed. Soon after, the probe shifted its orientation by 3.2 degrees, aligning itself toward an uncharted region of space. A second image followed. This one was simpler, an expanding ring of light surrounding the monolith. And then NASA cut the live feed. Databases were scrubbed. But not before private observatories caught faint echoes. The object Voyager had imaged was now emitting a signal of its own. It mirrored the frequency of the golden record Voyager carried from Earth. Only this time, the message wasn't from us. It was to us. The voice within it was unmistakable, alien, yet strangely familiar, like an echo we had always known. The transmissions grew stranger. Voyager's own systems began to echo its signals back, but with altered timing, responses arriving faster and faster, until they came before the original transmissions were sent. Data returned from the future, or perhaps from outside time itself. Analysis revealed the signal carried compact, recursive code resembling quantum encryption. Every attempt to decode it destabilized the very systems running the analysis, as though the signal was fighting back. A mimetic payload. A thought virus. And Voyager had delivered it home. Then came the sound. Not data, not images, but a harmonic wave like breath, like speech. When converted to audio, listeners reported a crushing weight behind their eyes, as if something vast was staring back through them. Nested within the waveform spiraled prime numbers, arranged in threes. A linguist from the SETI Institute put it bluntly, this isn't a greeting. It's an algorithmic lock. It's telling us something is coming, and we must choose, respond or run. As scientists searched for answers, global radio arrays detected something worse, a massive object moving invisibly through space, detectable only by the distortions it left behind. It appeared to accelerate when unobserved, and slow when watched, like it existed only when conscious eyes were upon it. Thanks to Voyager's gaze, it was now awake. And then silence. Voyager's signal continued, but the data turned to deliberate emptiness, repeating null cycles like placeholders. Analysts feared the probe had become a relay, transmitting for something else. SETI reported faint echoes across the sky, carrying the same modulation, as if the universe itself was rehearsing our voice. In secret archives, a declassified 1982 file revealed this wasn't the first time. Voyager had detected a weaker version of the signal decades ago. The note attached was stark. If signal repeats, initiate planetary alert. The cycle had repeated. And now, it may not be a discovery at all. It may be a return.